Hello, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. We're going to talk about Pillage, some of the new technology that's coming out with it, and whatever else might come up. So I don't know where Ozzy is. I think Mike's out having beers with Mitt Romney, which is funny on multiple levels. But how are you doing there, Kenny?
Very well, thanks.
And Lady Cat?
I'm good. Hello, all.
And hey, Ben.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Ben.
Hello.
How was your day?
Really good. How's everyone else?
Oh, just dandy.
Just ready to rock out this pillage.
No. Well, Pillage is not. It's a repeat. So, well, let's go to the first slide, and we'll get to Pillage.
Um.
Go ahead. What, Ben?
Oh, they added a prize.
Just now? What the odd?
The what's that hall? The new one, Baser.
The Warhound?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I thought they. Where did that? I don't see in the announcements though.
Nope.
Now, if they're going to add the Warhound, then they might as well add the kits for all those other.
Are they? Did they have the weapon and the? Did they have the weapon and the as well?
I didn't look that far.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, we'll get to that. We'll have
We'll have breaking news later on new prizes.
yeah. Tiles fix an issue where the tiles could be placed diagonally. It's an old bug. I'm surprised it came back up because this was not part of the HTML5 category. Everything below this is in the HTML5 category. So, yeah, it's surprised it popped up again. And the rest of these deal with HTML5. Does any of these jump out at anybody?
No.
This various stat display discrepancies fixed is, I don't know, I brought up before that some of the turrets in your base would have one set of stats in Flash, another one in HTML5. So I'm assuming that one's part of it as far as the fix. But at least they're making improvements. It would be nice if they included this in the little pop-up. Unless they've done it recently. Last time I checked, above the screen, these were not included. Last time that had been updated when I checked yesterday, it had been 10 days. So, throw them in there so everybody can see them, not just people that are going to the forums.
Yeah, I'd like to know what's fixed and what isn't. Because I keep going to Flash and then going to HTML, but coming back to Flash. I'm not ready to live in HTML, yes, but I'll visit it. But I still run into little problems. I've also run into some problems with Flash, so.
Okay. Walter, we'll definitely get to that. He's asking, are the prizes worth getting in Pillage? And yeah, there's some discussion to be had. So let's, if nobody has any big issues with any of these things, let's move on. All right, we're in Pillage right now. Next week is Dark Matter, the last raid in the skirmish cycle. Then we're going to go to Siege with the new Punisher. So, sadly, it's only going to be with a brand new haul for the brand new Siege cycle. Sadly, we're only going to have a 3-week FM cycle, even though this last month we had a 4-week cycle. So, oh well, I wish they could get that one straight so people could have a full fleet, going into it. And then Escape Velocity. This is a special event, and it involves your riots, and we'll see what that has. We talked about it on the last week's show. Not a lot of details, but it seems like a boss target encounter.
Which I hope they give us upgrade tokens at least during the raid, since they didn't in Pillage, so that maybe we can finish upgrading our riots. Some of us are a little behind.
And as far as going back to the bugs, still haven't fixed the repair base after a hit. I still have refreshed at least one time, recommending especially if you coin your base repair. Otherwise, you get charged for nothing. So, thank you, Lego. And then the week of the update that occurs on February 25th, we have Bounty and the OP12 release, which also includes changes to the PvP rules, which we've gone through a couple of times. We'll probably revisit that in a couple of weeks, and maybe we have a few updates associated with it.
I'm still hoping they'll delay it one more week so we can get through Bounty without having to do new PvP rules at the same time. It's going to be very confusing.
Yeah, it'd just be nice if they, because a lot of people are jumping to assumptions that some people are jumping to the assumptions that the PvP rules don't affect the your opponent targets, and some people are assuming they do, and we don't really know. And yeah, it'd be nice to not figure it all out within the same 24 hours. So yeah, I could see pushing it a week or bringing it back a week. Either way works for me, but just having it all drop on the same day doesn't sound great. So okay, well, let's move on to the next one.
Pillage!
Lodge. So let's see what we got. All right, same targets as last time. The 131s you do with your Dragoons, and the 128s you do with your Praetorians. The garrison target for the Praetorians has been out for a long time. The siege one we saw during the raids. We ran through these last week. Maybe we'll have Kenny hit a couple just so you can refamiliarize yourself with them. And JVlog, we'll get to this one in a minute, and I think it's going to key into some of the technology that we have dropping. So, and then let's see. And in regards to the next set of targets, Shane is saying that the Scoundrel is working well in the 69s. Not hit the 69s. So I don't know, but yeah, maybe it's something we'll try out. So let's move on unless anybody has any. All right, here's the one.
Confusing one.
It's
Actually,
Go ahead, Ben.
have you seen the announcement in Discord?
Yes. I'm gonna. The announcement in Discord is there is a bug with signal amplification that allows it to stack with the hydroatomizer. That's going on right now, but will be changed shortly. So you could end up getting countermeasure ranges of plus 150, and all sorts of things they don't really intend.
They're going to fix it really fast, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know how. I'm not sure how they're going to fix it for players that have rushed out and got this and put the two of them together. They'll probably do something where you can't launch your ship, and then they'll give you tokens to refit to something that makes a little bit more sense. So the signal amplification armor is brand new. It's 35,000 points to get it. It's unlimited. It's a 19 and a half hours to fit straight off, not including refit bonuses. A little bit longer than the hydroatomizer. The big advantage that signal amplification armor provides, it's not an armor, it is a special, is the addition of 9600 survival, which we'll get to in a second. The downside is it takes away 30% concussive reload. So, taking that reload away from your jagged pipe torpedoes. It's taken away reload from your countermeasures, which would be the Cormorant anti-torpedoes, and it's taking away reload from your Gale 4s. So you have less reload on all these things. I'm not sure you need them on the CMs, but it is a little disappointing that you're losing damage that you're going to be doing because of that. Now, let's get to one more click. Let's get to the addition of the 9600 survival. If you have a completely quote-unquote mature ship, meaning that you have all the new tech, and you're at X1, you're getting less than 1% damage reduction with that 9600. So it's probably not the technology for the special for you. At least in my opinion, you're probably, you never know once we see the target, probably better off the hydro atomizer. But if your ship is at U2, that addition of the 9600 could be quite significant. So, and if you're not even at U2, if you're U1, it's probably a winner. Adding that much is, probably gonna, if you're at U1, probably gonna add 5, 6, 7% damage reduction, which is pretty significant. But if you're already at X1, I don't really see a use for it personally.
Okay, I have a question because I don't do math. If you have a ship that's at U1, and there's only so much time before the raid, would it be better to put this on the ship that has U1 and push to get another ship to X1?
Yeah, it's a tricky. Well, at the bare bones, I personally would suggest that you get your Raging Riot, your flag, to X1, and then one other ship to X1, just to deal with the accuracy-based damage, because we're getting damage on the first ship and the fifth ship. So then after that, it becomes a little bit more of a luxury to get to X1. So I would probably get one, the flag and one ship to X1, and then I don't have the upgrade slide easily available, but just as it deals with survival, I would probably do that because I can't recall all of the things are there. So,
right. So that would be a quicker way to get better, knowing that I don't have time to do those upgrades naturally. Now, if I can go in and get tokens when the raid starts, that'll help. But if I can't or don't think I can do it, then the signal amp is the way to go. I wish they hadn't called it armor. It's so confusing.
Yeah. It's I don't know what signal amplification has to do with it either, but because it's not an improvement on the hydro atomizer in regards to countermeasures. It's actually
adding survival. That's all it's really doing.
Yeah. So now, if you're low on hydro atomizers, there are 5 available at 10,000 points each. If you're at X1 or U3, it's potentially a better solution for you than spending the $35K for the signal amplification special. But I think you still want the signal amplification armor for the next iteration of skirmish fleets, because you will not have the crazy survival numbers that we have now if you have what I'm calling mature fleets, with having these crazy, 12,000% armor bonuses associated with it, because you haven't gone through the upgrades, you don't have the new technology and whatnot. So it's still worth getting. I'm just not. I'm not completely certain. I don't think I'm definitely not at this point planning to put them on my ships, because I will be.
It all X1.
I should be. Yeah, I should be close to all X1 by the time the raid starts. At this point, I'm still. But but when the next raid cycle starts, I'm not going to be anywhere close to that. I'll be at U1, U0, and that 9600 would really come in handy.
Well, we've also got this special event coming up afterwards. What, escape velocity or whatever it was.
Yes.
That event is coming up, so probably you're going to want your ships in really good shape. However, we're running out of time because we're going to be getting a new ship that we have to start with a shortened raid or shortened FM cycle. So there's going to be a lot of strategy deciding what you're going to do and when you're going to do it.
Yeah, well, escape velocity, I would plan more around the raid than escape velocity, because I think it's supposed to be a fun event, sort of like the,
Wasn't bounty supposed to be fun?
Yeah, well, I mean, like like at a Valentine's Day or Thanksgiving or Christmas type event, because it's coming out of cycle. It's just sort of I'm not sure what occasion escape velocity is supposed to be, because it's between Valentine's Day and Mardi Gras, and then they come up with these, is there a better word for it besides fun event, or I don't know.
That's a good term.
Okay.
Optional chore.
Yes. Well, that could be another thing to describe it. But yeah, it's I just don't see the logic behind it for X1. If you're at U2, it's the adding of 9600 is fairly significant. If you're U1 or below, I could see the reason you might want to use this, but I don't. If you're at X1, for that less than 0.8% damage reduction, I don't want to lose especially my concussive reload, because I'm still not sure if my comrades are even working.
Yeah, I can't tell either.
So
I tried to. I used my riots for some of the recent TLC, and I couldn't tell they were working then either.
Yeah, and again, before we go to the next slide, I wasn't sure if I got it out, but you can get 5 hydroatomizers for 10,000 points each. So if you're short a little bit on them, they are available in this raid. So Cuttlefish is going to put them on his Silverfish stuff. Yeah, I can see that. So let's go to the next one. All right. They're going to buff this, so I'm not sure how much we're going to talk about it. A new stat block will be available as soon as possible. Ben, since you reported in on some of the other stuff, is that stat block available at this point in time?
Not that I have seen.
Okay. All right. This is it's a limited launcher. You can get 10 of them in this event. The only difference that we're really seeing of any consequence is that it does 75% more base damage than the Stalker launcher, which is the comparable limited launcher that we put on our Shrikes. Shockwave damage is the same. I've heard that this little arrow here means it's special abilities of stack duration of 60. But the fact that there would be a new stat block be available as soon as possible, according to Geely, makes me wonder if there's going to be additional survival added to it at this point.
Dumb question. What is this for?
The next
Punisher.
round.
Yeah, it's for the
Oh,
Punisher.
we're getting the weapon early again, huh?
Yeah, and yeah.
I'm glad you said that because I was like, I don't know what this is for. I'm going to skip it. That would have been bad.
I wouldn't put them on your Shrikes because they're limited, and I melted all mine down. So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely save these for the new ships that will get the raid.
Cuttlefish, big question, does it stack with others? It says it does, but it has always not stacked. I think the reason that you can hope it stacks is it has basically the same stats of the same shockwave damage, the same number of stacks, so they would all go kaboom at the same time. The stat similarities are line up that they would work that way, because remember back in the day that some of them, that was always a confusing part, that some of them would stack together and some of them weren't. And back in the day, you also didn't get the number of launcher stacks. This is a relatively new stat that we didn't see for years and years because we didn't know when we got a shockwave. So, till we see it, we don't know. But yeah, it's what they told us. So always got to believe them.
So we need all of these?
I don't know because it's like,
There's kind of almost 2 per ship.
It's like a lot of points for something we don't know whether we need or not.
You need it.
yeah, well, and the tricky part is, like, we have the Jagged Bite torpedoes available in the FM. As soon as this next raid is over, next week's raid, are these going to be drops in the 125s, in the FMs? And so, yeah, are there going to be shard drops for these? We don't know that at this point. So, I think they're going to be very useful to put on the new Punisher, but yeah. Is there going to be a better way to get them that might be cheaper? I don't know.
You didn't have any plans this weekend anyway, did you? Anybody? Pillage.
Well, now that you mention it.
Pillage.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's getting pillaged. Or raped, or raked over the coals.
Yeah.
That's a lot of points. When you do the math,
it is a lot of points. Especially depends on where you are with your Praetorians. Because I've noticed I've gotten it down to, without a crew, it was like 10, 12 minutes in the dock, which, I only have one ship up to U3. The rest of them are U1. So,
I got it down to an hour. I was feeling pretty good about that. But,
so it doesn't, because it's, well, let's go back to that slide because we're getting the, how many, because we're getting 20,000 a set. The other, one more back.
actually, it's not horrible when you think of it that way.
Yeah, it's a set is
It's
20,000.
a little over 10 sets. So.
yeah, you could do that for like, 4 days?
Yeah.
I think I can do that one night, but.
Wow.
Are you bragging again?
Oh, Kenny never brags, you know that. But I think I can do 10 sets before I die with Praetorians, but I'm not sure about the other one.
Yeah. So, Yeah, cutoff. I had a problem getting all the limited weapons by the final raid. I would prefer to get them prior to the first raid, just so I don't have to worry about refitting weapons. So
Yeah.
that would be more my priority, is to get them so I can get them all done by the first raid, so I don't have to spend that extra time putting on the superior weapon later on. So, yeah, JVlog I think is agreeing with what I hadn't said yet. So let's move on and see what else we got to talk about. All right, this is the last. The price of the armor is, as we said earlier, is $35K. So you're gonna, yeah, it's 22.5K, and you can get 10 of the antipodes. We've seen different opinions on whether that's worth it. And then we have the Golden Eagle rockets, which go on the Praetorian, which are only worth it if you are going to spend the time to get these rockets to maximum reload. I do it with cluster 3. Derpy does it with cluster 2 and another one. He uses 2 specials to get the reload, but I forget the name of the second special, which adds, I think, 25% explosive damage. So
I was running into a weight problem when I had cluster warheads 3. I had to go to 2. I haven't lowered it yet. I had to take a weapon off.
I haven't run into that. Well, how many rockets are you trying to run on one ship?
Now, let me check. But it's all but 2, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, all but 2 doesn't work, so I had to put a third countermeasure on it to balance it out.
Yeah. If you try to go all rockets, you are going to run into some weight issues. So
I've lost faith in knowing which countermeasures actually work in these targets, so I started just putting more rockets on them.
Yeah. That when Ben decided to use the DOS crew, that was quite informative.
Did you ever uncover what was going on there?
I forget who I talked to. I talked to somebody I talked to one of the engineers at Kickside. He's like, we need to do a better job at communicating how these weapons are working and sort of codify as what a weapon looks like is how it performs, because we get weapons that all look the same, but they're doing different things. And that's, I don't.
Sometimes I can't tell the difference between a missile, a mortar, and a rocket, or to understand what kind of damage I'm going to get, because they look so much alike.
Yeah, or something that can be countered and something that can't be countered. That was the big thing with with Ben, with the DOS crew. I'm like, you're obviously not countering anything because you're taking way more damage. And we looked at the battle log, and it's it didn't seem to be doing any good.
So which countermeasure actually works on these things?
Well, it depends on the target.
The target.
Yeah, that show was what, like 3 weeks ago, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on a 127, which is what I hit, which countermeasure?
I don't know. You were on the show.
I know, and I don't know which type was hit.
Okay.
What am I looking for to see which type works?
The evade numbers were the ones
Throwing everything off.
Yeah, because we assume that evade the evade was also including countermeasures, things not hitting you for accuracy-based weapons. It didn't appear to be the case with splash-based weapons. So, right now, Ben, I'm looking for your discussion that the inclusion of the Warhound.
Yep.
Where did you find that?
It was in general chat and Discord, but I got it pulled up the prize list. You can get 2 Warhounds, 65K each.
Okay.
Of 2. So if you got them during bounty,
Can you screen share this?
Yeah.
Okay, just so we can all. Because I don't remember when I went through there originally. I didn't remember seeing them, and I don't see. Right now, I'm just trying to quickly go through the forums because I don't see it in the announcements. I'm trying to see where that pops up.
I should be sharing now.
Yep. Yeah. There you go. Okay. All right. 2 Warhound, 65K.
And yes, the gun is in here too.
Okay. Yeah, the gun's cool. Okay. Lady Cat will remember somebody saying, I think these will pop up.
What? I'll remember what?
No, I said one of the reasons I was keeping my, I wasn't going out and wasting my tokens because I still have tokens I need to spend in order to max up for the next raid.
Right.
And
you said that. Right.
Yeah, I think the Warhounds are going to come out.
Well, here's what I don't understand. If they're going to bring out a prize for PvP and a PvE event, then why aren't they bringing out the other catch-up stuff we need, like kits for other PvP ships? Unless are those PvP ships no longer viable after OP12 comes and the PvP rules change?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben?
Walter Davis asked a question. Says his riots are X1. And yes. I would say it might not be viable, the new tech on the riots, but you are going to want it eventually.
Yeah. Like we talked about earlier on the show, you want to have it for. I wouldn't slap it on your ships right now, but when you're at U0, whenever the next riot comes out in 6 months, this will probably be a useful piece of technology, unless they go out of control with the power creep on the survival. If 9600 survival at U0 doesn't mean squat at this point because they like to add zeros to things, and sometimes a couple zeros at a time. So it's worth getting, but it's more for the future than the current. If you're at X1,
yeah,
make sense, Ben?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay. Kenny, you want to hit any ships or hit any targets?
Sure, I'm game. What do you want to try?
I don't know. I mean, you could hit Ben's. No, just kidding. The next sector.
Shall I try my new Conqueror on Ben's base? Yeah.
Well, it worked so well last time, but well, we had I forget who it was saying that Shane was saying that the Scoundrel's working well in the 69s. We also have, maybe people just want to see the 120, see the pillage targets again. So your choice as far as that.
Okay, I'll do a Praetorian one since that one's working relatively well for me so far.
Blackberry, you did a 120 with Praetorians? The 120. Yeah, that's not good. If the 120 is the FM target, and I hit it with 1, and I get about 1.5 minutes of damage. So 40 minutes is not. Yeah, 40 minutes.
That's not good.
No, it's
Should be instant repair.
yeah.
Does he really mean 120? He can't.
He says FM at the end.
Okay.
So yeah. I'm just assuming
There's
it's
a
a early
big
build or something is tragically wrong with the
You'd have to
complete.
try hard.
Yeah.
Sorry, but my armorless ones did below worry.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you're doing that. I mean, the auto gods may not being helpful to you, but yeah. So, Kenny, are you working up a?
Yeah, I was just rolling cruise, but I'll go share now.
Yeah. Probably don't need a roll cruise.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted the best possible outcome.
Okay. Important lesson is you need to rank their ships. The way that it's described as far as 75% reload is completely incorrect. It's actually 400% reload that gets added to your ships when they get ranked. So that explains what's going on. I'm not really sure what your short-term solution is, but I would spend a lot of effort getting those ships ranked during the next VXP weekend. So,
You see my screen okay?
yeah, pop over there now. Yeah, Lego. I think it's the ranking issue. So, what are you going to hit?
I'll start with the 128, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, the 128. That's the one we do with the. Damn it! Why am I forgetting the name of it? The waypoints. So yeah.
Yeah.
And any of these ships at U3?
No, they're still pretty basic.
Okay.
They're completed, but they're all at like ones at U1. The rest are unranked or unupgraded. So they've got a lot of work to do. So I'll show them the waypoints and the lead ship taking most of the damage deal.
Okay. I think I'll get a beer, so I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
Wish you the best of luck here.
So I'll just speak to what I'm doing for anybody that doesn't know. I'm going to try and get most of the damage on this lead ship here by getting it up front. But in order to keep it out front, set a waypoint in various places on the route. So good old shift click and hope that I don't mess up my waypoints. And
I'm lucky I can do more than 4 waypoints at a time.
see, I can get all 6 if I on a good day, and 5 most on bad days. Do you know what it seems to be? I've noticed.
What's that?
Is the speed at which you click them. If you go slower,
Yeah.
you have better luck.
I tend to just go click, click, click.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is you have to kind of get a rhythm and click them kind of like in between. Oh, well, look what just happened there. One went rogue on me.
Yeah, that's what happens to me. I always got one going rogue.
But normally it works fine. It's the show. But see that one's going to take a lot more damage because it sat there by itself for a little while. Oh well.
Now I get an hour's damage. I mean, I just did one right before the show and got an hour's damage, which was good for me because I used to get a lot more.
And I think I have an hour and a half on this, so you did better than me.
Well, that's just because you had a little mix up there with one of your drunken.
No, yeah. I think you're right, but I'm not sure how much extra damage that was. We'll soon find out.
How much did you try it at all tonight?
Yeah, but I didn't stagger it like that. I decided to just try stacking them.
Yeah.
And I took an hour and 20 minutes damage that way.
Yeah,
So this isn't going to be a really good test because they didn't stay properly.
stacked. Yeah, in order. Well, that's still shows people the target if they'd forgotten it or wanted to get a feel for it.
Yeah, and if they have more luck with waypoints, they saw where I clicked.
I've been to the point where I just pick a halfway point and just go like do half the target with waypoints and then reset and do the last half of the
On
target.
the 127 and the FM, I have 6 waypoints, and I just hands free the rest of it, and I'm down to 20 minutes damage than the
Oh,
127.
Yeah, I'm
But-
just doing the 139s now. Hit a couple targets, put them to bed to repair, and go off and do other things.
See, that's not without that screw up. That might have been below an hour, but that's an hour damage.
Okay.
I'll go back and do the other one of the set now.
The Dragoon one. Yeah, that's the one. I forgot what that one's like.
But that means I can do basically 10 Praetorian targets with that fleet,
Mm-hmm.
and repair overnight, and then see if this one cooperates. Then at least on weekdays it works pretty well because then you repair the other one during the day.
Right. That might be what I do for the next couple of days and then just work on the Dragoon targets this weekend.
Okay, so let's get the right fleet this time. A show or two ago, I brought in the exact wrong fleet. It was funny.
Ben, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
How much damage do you get in the 128?
The 128 I get for the total fleet between 25 and 30 minutes usually.
Okay.
So, and most of it's to the lead ship.
Right, because it's taking all the damage. Now is yours at U3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have to wait in base on the lead ship for about 5 minutes.
That's not bad.
And for me to do the 131, it's about the same.
Okay. We're gonna
I'll have
see
to
what
check
Kenny
with
does. Anyone
About
know
damage. But the
any
waypoint
bets?
is crazy.
Any bets on what Kenny's going to take damage wise?
How did he do? I came in right at the end. How did he do on the
His
128?
waypoints acted like yours and my waypoints act.
Yeah, it's the first time they've ever gone wonky on me.
He had to chip
Okay.
the rogue in the middle. So he was an hour damage though, even with that happening. So he didn't. That's not too bad.
Well, yeah.
I think that I've had
I get
that-
like 20 some minutes on the water, and then, but again, I have my flags at U3, and I would recommend, not try, and the rest of them are at U1. I would recommend getting that flag at U3 in order to get these splash and damage bonuses associated with it, because it makes a huge difference.
Well, my shipyard's been busy with riots for 2 months, and they're about to be busy with a new Punisher. And just
I did it during during the last raid.
I know.
So this raid is not a good raid to do it, but last raid was because we didn't have anything to build out of the next one to get ready for VXP weekend. So next raid, get it up to U3.
Okay, I remember this target. Now.
It was a raid target, and it was in last month's pillage.
It was on Lost Pillage. I didn't do this raid, so I didn't remember it as a raid target.
Yeah,
That's why I'm behind a little bit.
there's a lot of different ways people are hitting this. This is a different way than I do it, but
it's Kenny after all.
well, yeah. I mean, a lot of people zoom through the middle part in order to, because you got everything firing in at you at once, and trying to get to the outside and not being at the center of attention, so to speak, with all that stuff. So, but this is just to familiarize everybody with these targets again, so you can remember what you're hitting before you go in.
And I didn't remember. I had a pattern for this, and It's coming back to me now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sort of coming back to me too. And there's lots of videos out there. I mean, lots of different people have done videos with different paths. So, do a little search on YouTube and I'm sure you'll find something that appeals to you.
But yeah, again, this is more to just to familiarize everybody.
Looks like the flag is taking almost all the damage again.
Yeah.
Which we knew. The important thing is we'd like to get a set of 10 because then 10 Praetorians and 10 of these is 10 sets,
Yeah.
And that would be ideal.
Yeah. But
If I remember correctly, one of them is in balance with the other.
This is actually the target takes longer than the other one.
looks a lot more driving. The other one, you just put a couple waypoints in and it's done.
Right.
Yeah, and at some point it seemed like the set bonus wasn't worth the time, but that ended up being not true because
Okay.
yeah, I definitely drove this differently when I
Yeah, because I'm not trying to be. Oh, okay.
not that. Too bad Ossie's not here. He would have been chiming in with oh.
Go left,
why?
go left. No, go right, go left.
Why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is not.
Not an optimal path there, Hefe?
Yeah, it's not the optimal path. I would agree with that, and you would probably agree with that as well. So.
Yeah. My memory isn't what it used to was.
That looked like Asian woman driving.
Oh.
Well, yeah. Whatever. Okay. Worst things have been said in Michigan today or yesterday.
Now, what I remember is an hour damage isn't so bad, but all that flag damage means that you can only do like 5 of them instead of 10 of them.
Yeah.
And that's annoying.
Yeah.
So I end up with fewer of these. But still, just 2 days to get all the points for that one weapon. If you do like 5 of them, 5 sets before the end of the day.
Okay.
It's a pain on weekends though, because you're there during the day and you want to play, but no, you got to get your other fleet fixed first.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, open your every once in a while. Open a chest from your daily campaign because sometimes they do have fleet repair tokens in them.
Yeah, I just recently started opening those, and it's nice to have the dock repair tokens ready to go too.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I love it. Absolutely love it if I get fleet repair tokens or ship build tokens, 1 hour tokens. They're perfect, for just those little speed ups when you need them.
Yeah.
So an hour damage on Praetorian and an hour damage on this one.
That's not bad. That's better than last month, Kenny.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Yeah. Does anybody else want to hit the targets? Because it's. I don't want to be mean, but you're taking a lot more damage than you should. So I don't want to discourage people from hitting these targets.
Ben?
Great. On the show's counter.
We're trying to figure out if Ben's in a permanent timeout after that last comment, but yeah.
Hey Ben, do you want to be the good shining example?
Yeah, give me a minute.
Okay.
In the middle of a 1 to 28.
I'm taking my boats home.
I'll probably drive like Kenny.
Don't do that. Heavy's in a brutal mood tonight.
Not me.
I would like to see somebody do a 131 for less than 30 minutes damage. Anybody out there? Got any takers? Come on, people.
I don't know.
I haven't hit it since last time, but I was getting less damage than that. But definitely the 128. But every time, I guess it's because I host this and whatnot. Every time I try to do something, it just
Crashes, yeah.
yeah, crashes me, crashes the show. So yeah.
Yeah. It'll be just a minute, guys. No.
Okay. Well, now you have the super duper computer now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're all good.
So much better.
Okay.
So, having a new computer or a really good computer, is that helping people with HTML5? Does it make a difference?
It has made a difference, yes.
Well, HTML5 came out after, right? You had a different computer before, right?
I had the one that I just replaced.
Yeah, but HTML5 wasn't out at that point.
No, but I had the laptop I was using.
Oh, okay, I got you.
My new desktop.
Okay.
So this will be its rookie voyage.
Yeah.
HTML.
I am gonna do this in Flash, though.
Why is that?
I don't trust HTML5 that much yet.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to visit it. I'm just not ready to live there. So, I'm the same way.
So yeah.
I
So
don't
you're
like the
31 first or the 128 first, Ben?
The 131.
Okay.
Comms going to a small screen every time just drives me crazy.
Comms. You can get over it.
You don't like comms, so it's easy for you to get over it.
It's like, oh yeah.
I can't remember the last time I've had comms up on purpose.
Yeah.
All right, I'm ready. You all ready?
Yep.
I'm screen sharing and
Yeah. And we got you in full screen there, Ben.
Yep.
Okay.
hopefully this monitor is a little better than the last one I had.
Yeah, it fills up the screen. It doesn't have the 1963 aspect ratio that your last one did, so it's much better.
Yeah. And if you notice, I actually loaded battle and had to wait for it to start instead of, oh shit, my fleet's moving.
Mm-hmm.
So you're one of those that runs straight down the middle.
Ish.
Oh, he's just teasing. He wanted to run straight down the middle, and he didn't. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of different ways people run these targets. It's the first time I've seen this approach, but it seems to be working pretty well.
It sure takes down the turrets a lot faster than mine did.
I have the glaive on all my boats.
Oh, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, I should have asked that question beforehand.
Glavin, whatever the hell it's called.
It makes a big difference, evidently. Now, are these ships on their last legs, or is it worth me getting the glaive now and putting it on?
Oh,
Well, do you not have it available? It seems like I could double check, but it seems like I put them on all of my ships, but I had a ton of tokens left over, and I think there's a lot in Pillage. Let me double check as far as
It's
steel plates. Yeah, you can 8,000 each. You can get up to 5 for the steel plate. I'm sorry, wrong one. Dragoon tokens. 1 second.
yes.
Steel plate, Dragoon. Okay. VXP. Okay. Our build tokens. Yeah, there's 5 of each for 10,000. For the 5 for the flag, 5 for the normal ships, at 10,000 each. So I wouldn't waste dock time, but if you're gonna do well enough, you might as well.
Well, like Lady Cat, dock time is at a premium as usual.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Don't use the dock time. Just to get the tokens and get it done instantly for free.
How about your volume's down a little bit?
Okay.
Move your mic probably.
Here's the numbers on that target.
Okay.
80 resisted, 12 taken of ballistic.
Mm-hmm.
Radio was 8 resisted, 1 taken.
Wow.
Okay. So most of it's from the UAVs and 16 minutes. There you go.
And that'll be all the one ship.
Now, are you
I'm
using?
taking my
You're
time.
probably only going to have 7 minutes of damage and
On the lead, yeah.
well, yeah, in the dock, you probably have like 7.
Yeah,
That's my guess. Something
Nice job. Good job, Ben.
thank you.
And good job to you too, Kenny.
I'm
But I'm pouring the Gatorade on Ben.
All right, here's
is this like the public school kids that all get a medal even if they come in last?
it's a Canada thing. But are you gonna hit another one, Ben?
I'm doing the 128.
Okay, let's go for it.
Now, these are all U3.
Okay, yeah, that's an important thing to see, and
And
really watch how much damage he's doing. He doesn't need to come back through with the U3, especially the U3 on the flag.
yeah, and I have 3 of the Golden Eagle weapons on 1 hull.
Wow. Okay.
So, and no, I do not use waypoints because I always mess up when I do. And like you said, it's not about the path people take. It's
You have good control of your ships without waypoints.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you're doing that.
arrows.
Fast reflexes on those arrows. My ships would have been all over the place by now.
It happens sometimes.
Yeah, my fingers get bored and they lift up from the arrows, and then I go to put them back down on the arrows, and I went to the left too far. So I'm controlling it, doing the wrong things. Waypoints are better for me when they work.
Yeah, see, I can't use the waypoints. And there was really no finesse driving in there. It was just blow stuff up.
Yeah, but no, you did well controlling your fleets and keeping that flag ahead. That's the hardest part in those turns, is
Yeah.
to keep the flag ahead and not let it get too far ahead or too far behind.
48 explosive resisted, 8% taken, none of evaded. Penetrative 4%, 4% evaded, 33 take resisted, 6% taken. 26 minutes, 45 seconds for the whole fleet.
And your repair time.
Huh?
That's what I want to see. Wow, good job.
And if you want to see a 67, I can show that too.
I'm not going to do it, but sure.
Let me find one right here. And you use dragoons or infernal dragons in these. In the 67.
I haven't used my dragons in a long time.
Yeah, and I don't mess with the 69s right now. I know there's a joke in there.
Yeah. Well, you need to keep your active number.
These things seem so slow in combat.
Yeah. They yeah.
Compared to the Praetorians and the Infernal or the Dragoons.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah, when you're doing the Praetorians and the Dragoons, they feel slow until you come here.
Yeah. And this will be map repair. So while I'm waiting on my lead hall to repair on my other fleet, I pound out the 67s.
Yeah, I just remember this being a long target.
This one is, and a lot of it's due to the combat speed.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not, you can set waypoints and do things like that, but yeah, it's just the amount of ground you need to traverse.
Yeah, if I could put my ship on auto and let this be going on in the background while I'm doing other things with my real ships, then
I've forgotten the nice little aura this thing has. What is doing that?
It melts walls.
Yeah, it was melting ships too.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's from the dragon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, the flag. I'm sorry. Greta's in front of the dragon.
it's been so long since I've used the ship. You too, then, Kenny. Forgot what it looked like.
Yeah. The favorite is still the Saturn, though.
Yeah, I like the Saturn, except it made it hard to see the clouds when to really judge when you're on the edge, whether you're just over or just under.
I'm always on the edge.
39. So I missed the end of on the 128. How much damage you take on that one?
Or was it
26 or 28?
Okay, yeah, it's like, yeah. And you have all at U3. I have one at U3. The rest are at U1. And I get about the same number. So the only reason I bring that up is the fact that I think the flag is the one you need to. The flag is the priority as far as upgrading your Praetorians.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's on our to-do list.
So.
And also, if you got the riots, the Into the Breach campaign, do it auto for map repair.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Start to finish?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
At least try to get two.
But they didn't have kits in it, did they? Just
No, it's build tokens.
Yeah, see, which I might do, but I might be maxed out. I need to upgrade them, but I need the kits to do it.
So I put the link in the right-hand side in case anybody would like to join. Otherwise, I'm not sure we have much else to discuss.
Nope. I think we're at the end of the list.
Yep, just one thing left to say.
Yep. And I think I know what you're going to say.
Do you want to say it?
Go ahead. It'll sound better coming from you.
Happy birthday, Magic Mike.
All 90 years of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought it was 98.
I thought, since he hits those 120s so much, I just assumed
Oh.
it was,
120.
yeah. You never knew where that came from, so.
I mean, that wasn't him in the State of the Union, that 100-year-old?
It could be, but like I said, I think he's out partying with Mitt Romney tonight. They're both having a couple drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be called Ben Care next?
Yeah, so, alrighty. Well, if anybody wants to join the show,
Actually,
the live show that's dwindling quickly as far as an opportunity. Otherwise, I guess we'll see you all on Friday. I'm not sure. What are we going to know new besides BP next week? We've gone through Pillage, and it's same as last time. And
So we'll talk about the new prizes they add by Friday.
yeah, I don't know if we can add more, but yeah.
Never know.
The Warhound, they still haven't announced in Pillage.
All right. Information on the changes to the stuff they're nerfing in that, the Antipode launcher.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I am curious, but since they're taking so long to prevent the signal amplification armor and the hydro atomizers from stacking, why are they waiting a day on this? I mean, what are they going to do with those people that do stack them?
Yeah.
So
D Montero wants to see what your dragon build. If you're up for that.
Yeah.
So basically, you can stack those specials right now, get it done.
And then what happens? I don't know what happens next. I mean, there's different ways that they could, there's different ways they could, not let you launch them, but they still got to give you some sort of compensation. So I don't know what they're going to do.
This is how I got 3 of the regular Dragoons built.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted Dragoons, right?
I thought it was dragon.
No, dragons. I think, yeah.
It was dragons.
Inferno dragons, yeah. He liked your 67. So, you changed over to the assault engine.
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise, it looks like an old school build. Besides the assault engine changeover.
And I threw 1 polonium on there, pylon, whatever.
Well, it's not old school because you do have the new rockets on. I don't even remember what mine looked like. So yeah, I don't think I switched over to the assault ones, but yeah.
Well, I switched them over when the Praetorian come out, and I needed the penetrate sync drives.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, so you're good on that. You don't need to see the. You have 3 like that, and then is there another one?
No, my Inferno Dragons are all the same.
Okay.
The whole fleet.
Okay.
Including the lead.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll proceed to the after show, and I'll put the link out one more time, and you'll have a good night. We'll see you on Friday.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
See ya.